Okay, we need to do it quickly. So over here I have a launch diagnostic tool. Let's go quickly through the box. And over there, well, and over here I have S3, I have Cayman, I have Macan, and there's Audi SQ7 right over there. So we are going to perform maybe full scan over here, live data over here, coding and adaptation over here, and output tests over here. And the first cool thing about this set is this case, this briefcase. So let me show you. You have the device over here, which I keep screen down just to protect it. And over here there's a place for the diagnostic connection, which I actually keep over here. And of course you get all kinds of required adapters and chargers and cables. And here's the most important one, the OBD2 cable. But you don't need to keep it over here. You have this space for your additional tools and whatever stuff you need on the job. So, what's with this case?
We happy? We happy?
Yeah, we happy.
We have a lot of things over here, so we have all kinds of adapters to all kinds of vehicles, which are labeled like here, coded like here, and over here we have even more cables and even more adapters and some documentation. And of course, when you are using this device for the first time and you turn it on, connect it to Wi-Fi, you will have to register in it, activate it, and so on. Everything you need to do is over here. You don't even have to read the user manual, because everything over here was pretty much click next, accept, check the activation code, type it in, and wait till the updates are done. Okay, but let's go through this. We have some OBD2 power adapters over here, and as well as the crocodile clamps and 12-volt outlet adapter over here. Well, since the diagnostic head over here is wireless, connects wireless to the device. It needs to be connected through the OBD2 port, but if the vehicle is, let's say, completely dead or requires additional power, or the battery in the vehicle is not working correctly, or you have some other diagnostic electrical issues, well, you need to provide external power, and this is when those cables come in pretty handy. Okay, so maybe let's go to one of the vehicles and I will talk you through the device itself. So SQ7 it is. I have the wireless dongle connected over there. I have the device over here. It's pretty much an Android tablet, let's say industrial grade, with all those thick borders like you see over here, with a power button slightly hidden so you don't tap it accidentally, and when you tap it the device is pretty much instantly on. Of course it was in standby mode, this is why it turns on so quickly, but in this mode it can sit for about 2 or 3 weeks before the battery is completely dead. So I have it for about a week right now on my desk and the battery is at 79%, so huge battery. And of course, since it's a Android tablet, you can rotate it and well, you can grab it as you fit the best for your convenience. Okay, so let's go to intelligent diagnose. It will connect with the device. We can hear some beeps and see some flashes. It's reading the identification number of the vehicle, and right now we can go to diagnostic procedures, and over here we are going to perform a full scan of the car. So once it's connected and the diagnostic session is open, we can perform, for example, health report of the device, and this should go through all the modules in the vehicle, check if there are fault codes in them and what those fault codes are. This is a quick way of making a snapshot of the initial state of the vehicle when you are starting to work on it. So so at the end, when, for example, you are giving the vehicle back to the customer, you have this scan which you can use to prove, for example, that something was actually wrong the first minute that the vehicle arrived. So right now the scan is being performed, and you can see the battery voltage. This is vehicle battery voltage. You can see the green indicator over here that the device is connected with this device. And what's else over here? Well, since this is an Android tablet, you can slide from here even more, adjust things like vehicle like display brightness and so on. Okay, so let's go back and let's just wait till the scan is done. Let me show you what's at the back of the device. So we have a camera over here, we have a speaker over here, and two grips so you don't lose the device. And at the top we have two input-output ports, and one, I believe, is USB-C. Let's check it out. Yeah, and one is regular USB, old-fashioned USB. Well, let me show it. Here it is. Okay, how's the scan going? Oh, it's done, it's done, it's done. Okay, so let's check what's going on. We have our report. We can scroll through it. We can see that couple modules have couple faults, communication faults, and limited visibility of the radar. This is most likely due to snow. Right now we have a little bit of winter flavor. Brake electronics, tire pressure indicator, and in engine something about the starter. So right now let's go to report, and this where you can indicate that this is pre-repair report. What's the license plate, mileage, and so on. Let's create it. Okay, I'm going to leave it empty right now, and the network is not available. Okay, so let's skip it. So it will save it locally. And over here we have this beautiful PDF with all the information about the current state of the vehicle. So you can actually press the share button and send it to the customer the minute the vehicle was left at the shop, and customer knows exactly the state that the vehicle was left in the shop. Yeah, so there's no miscommunication and so on when a customer needs to pick up the vehicle after the repair, and you are trying to say that something was actually wrong with the vehicle, and the customer states that it was fine and he will not pay for something that was working, and so on. Okay, so that's enough over here. Of course, you can clear all those fault codes, but right now let's go to another car and let's check how the live data function works over here. Okay, turn it off. Let's go back. And this loud reminder will remind you that this was still connected in the vehicle. So it will keep reminding you so you don't leave this behind. And now Audi S3, and since I know what needs to be fixed in this vehicle, I'm just curious if I can confirm it with this device. So once again, this is connected to the OBD2 port. Let's go to Intelligent Diagnose. It will connect with the device will connect with the vehicle, and it should recognize it. Maybe let's go like this time. Let's go to diagnostic screen. I have cold hands, and this touch screen is sometimes not working well with cold hands. Okay, so well, you will see better what's on the display if I keep it like this. Maybe, or maybe, okay, let's go through it like this. Let's go to system selection, and I want to check in engine electronics some of the live data. So once we are connected with the engine electronics, you can see that the engine is on. We have some information about the control module, and I want to read live data, so that's read data stream. And let's go to part 1. It's divided into parts because there's a lot of streams over here, and well, we have a pretty long list, but luckily we don't need to browse through it. We can just use this search field, and I'm looking for camshaft position on the intake side, and I want to compare the specified value. So this is the camshaft position that the controller wants the camshaft to be in, and the actual value, this is the position that the sensor on the camshaft is reading. So let's select those two, and we can see that the specified value is 15 degrees, and the actual value goes all the way from 11 to 21, so it's going like this. But to illustrate it even better, we can press here with my cold hands, and this is readout from the actual position, and over here we can add second layer. We have the orange line, which is the specified position. Okay, right now let's go into vertical mode. You will see better what's going on. And when I rev the vehicle a little bit, we can see that on higher revs the deviation is still there. Yeah. So there's a faulty element, the faulty electromagnet that is controlling the camshaft on the intake side, and since it's faulty, it cannot sustain the desired position. Yes, so the camshaft is going back and forward, trying to stay at the set position, but since the electronic valve, the magnetic valve, is not working correctly, maybe it's sticky or something, well, we can see that the readout varies up and down. Okay, so live data works over here. That's cool. We can of course go back. We can start a recording of this session. So right now, for example, I can do this. Yeah, it wants to stay at 40, and it goes above and beyond. And we can keep this recording for diagnostic purposes. For example, when I replace the faulty part, I can check how the new part is working, and then I can go back to the recording and compare with the faulty part that was installed here before. Okay, so let's go back, 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 let's go back. Yes. Yes, I remember, I need to take this out. And now Porsche Cayman. Once again, let's start the diagnostic session. We are connected to the OBD2 port, and we hear some beeps over there. I hope you can hear me with the engine on. Okay, it's not that loud. And over here we are going to change coding of two things. I want to enable the developer menu over here, which is a little bit tricky because even with VCDS in Volkswagen, Audi, Seat, Skoda cars, it requires a special diagnostic mode. And second thing that I want to do over here is enable the start-stop system memory. So if you do this and turn off the ignition, turn it back on, it will stay in this position. Right now it defaults to active start-stop each time you turn on the car. So we are connected with the vehicle. So let's go to system selection, and we are going to start with the Porsche Communication Management or something like that, PCM. And over here I believe we want to go to code and brush hiding. Well, those labels are a little bit tricky over here in Porsche, but I think I'm in the right spot. Brush hiding modified, and over here I have a lot of options, and once again I'm going to use this. I'm going to look for developer test mode, state. It's not active, so let's change it to active and write this new setting. Coding success. So, well, it looks like we've managed to do this. So let's go out from here. Let's go out. And right now let's do this. I believe this is in air condition. This is the air condition module, and this is one of the air condition buttons. Well, unfortunate naming, but let's go to air condition. If I'm right, again, code, brush hiding, brush hidden modified, and I'm looking for drive program. Is it here? Let me just check. Okay, so it looks like it's not here, but we will try it in Macan. I believe this is Cayman specific issue. I can see that the panel is left side center, right side button number 2. I can see that it's assigned the key field right button number 2 to the start stop system, but I cannot see the memory option over here. So we will check in Macan in a minute, but right now let's check if the developer option in the PCM 4.0 was actually enabled, so car and tuner at the same time. And yeah, we have the green menu over here, so that's cool. It's working. Okay, I need to check how to turn off the start stop system in Cayman. Yes, I know. And now Macan. So let's start the procedure. Of course, I'm connected to the OBD2 port, and over here we can also see that there's a start stop button. Connect. Yes, this is Macan, whatever. Let's select system. I want to connect with air conditioning. I want to go to code, brush hiding, hidden modified, and coding value. And yeah, I actually have start stop last mode, and it's open. It's already on. Okay, I believe I was in this car before. So over here you can change the coding, and in the Cayman that we were in before, well, maybe the coding was just not described correctly. We can see when we go over here that the start stop last mode is in byte 2, but this contains couple bits, and in Cayman maybe those bits were just not described correctly. Okay, so now let's perform output tests. And since we are connected with the aircon, maybe let's test those small LCDs. So I believe this is called actuation test. This gives you control over the devices connected to the module. So in aircon we can connect the blowers, the motors, the flaps, the indicators, the LCDs, and so on. And let's select this. We have the activation of display test. Please input parameters. So we want to open it. Let's turn it on, and once I press activated, okay, we can see that all segments are on, and we can confirm if the displays are working correctly. So right now let's stop it. It's back, and let's test something else. Maybe the big display over here. So PCM. Let's find PCM. connected with the PCM. We have the diagnostic mode over here. This means that something is connected to the PCM module. Actuation test, and let's select something. Bluetooth display test. Parameter. We have different things that we can display. Maybe this. Activate. And we have this test screen. And it was set to 4 seconds, so after 4 seconds it was back to normal. Okay, so right now maybe let's check the instrument cluster, if that's possible. Okay, airbag, Tiptronic instrument cluster, actuation test, self-test, pointers, bulbs, loudspeaker, maybe loudspeaker. Oh, there's a lot of things over here. Please input parameter. My god, no, this is too complicated to do it right now. I'm freezing. So let's check the pointers. Value. There's nothing to select. Okay, so just let's activate it and let's see what will happen. We have full movement of both needles, and I believe right now they should set in. Okay, the test is done, and we have once again control over the instrument cluster. Okay, so the output test is working in this module as well. Let's go back. We can end the diagnostic. I just love this sound. I hate it, but I know it's needed. Those times that I forgot the diagnostic interface in the OBE board. And if it's my car, then whatever, but if it's someone else. Okay, so let's go back to the office. Okay, so we've scanned a couple vehicles and we are at 77% of the battery. So it took about 2 or 3% to do all those scans. So the battery over here has to be huge. And right now, let me show you something cool. Go to diagnostic history and let's find this SQ7 that we started with. Okay, I believe this will be it. Yeah, and we have this diagnostic scan. We can press print. Because we are connected to Wi-Fi, it will look for local printers. And I believe in a couple seconds we'll have the print job done. Yeah, it's here. And you have this nice piece of paper, this nice proof of the vehicle state that I've mentioned before. Right at your fingertips within a seconds after the scan of the vehicle. Okay, and as I mentioned, this is working under Android. So you have full access to Android and you can even install other apps over here. And well, okay, let's go back over here to the launch application. And you might be wondering what are all those other things, since I'm using only the diagnostic session and the diagnostic history. Well, we have updates and you have a subscription with the device and a couple years of support with really frequent updates of the vehicle coverage over here. You have a remote diagnose option where you can connect with a fellow mechanic and let them use your device while it's connected over here, and they can remotely help you. And it also can work the other way. You can help someone out. We have the ADAC, advanced driver assist systems calibration options over here, And this device is also, well, since it's equipped with input-output ports, there's a lot of stuff that you can connect this with. There's a toolbox over here, and there are oscilloscopes and multimeters and key programmers and videoscopes and other things that you can use this with. And since USB are just standard connections, I believe you can use those videoscopes that are just USB cameras and use them with this device without any issue. I've not tested this, but well, I expect this to be working because USB is a standard and this is just an Android device within this industrial grade case. So why not? Oh, and there's some microphone over here, or a reset pin. I'm not sure right now. This is Android, so it should have a reset pin, yeah. Okay, what's else over here? I've mentioned that there's a camera, so you can take an image of the vehicle when it's left in the shop to document any damage on the vehicle before you are starting working with it. You can go to tablet settings, which are pretty much the standard Android settings. And what's else interesting over here? There's a bunch of shortcuts basically, and Info Center was actually pretty useful. Of course, you get some sort of user manual with the device, but oh, it crashed. That's interesting, first time ever happened. But there's a full manual over here, and you can check what's possible with the device, check the vehicle coverage, check the functionality that's available over here, check the guided functions that are already in the device before you are actually connected with the vehicle. And also there's a mall over here, and over here you can buy extensions, subscription or one-time payment extensions for the extended functionality of your diagnostic device. So that's pretty much it. In the description below this video you'll find a little bit more details about this device, a link to an online store, and maybe there's a discount code, I'm not sure right now, but check the description and the top comment. And well, if you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below. And right now, I'm going for a break. See you soon.